like literally just got in the door. Give me a sec here. Well, the kitty sitting stream was promising though. Maybe I can actually use my channel again after the being in the shadow realm, or another dimension as they called it in Dragon Ball. And get sent to another dimension because they couldn't say you killed somebody. I'm alright. Got a work injury today though. One of the kitties scratched me. Other than that, I'm good. They were not happy with late feeding today. Yeah, I saw that they let him play it. He does a good job with sponsored streams. I think like me, he's smart in what he takes. He doesn't take random crap. Which, I mean, I guess when you're that big, you kind of have to do that, because otherwise it'd be nothing but sponsored streams. I'll have to go back and watch that later. I was working, so I couldn't watch it. I actually can't watch Twitch over at I can't watch Twitch at my neighbor's house. It lags like crazy. It's similar to what's been going on with this channel, being unable to stream for like a week. I can't watch Twitch over there, so something like that happens and they're not streaming on YouTube, and I'm working over there, I can't watch it live. It's part of the reason why I've been streaming over there more often before this whole fiasco with the ingest server happened. The only distraction I have over there is pretty much my Steam Deck. Well, streaming on YouTube is nice because the rewind is really good. Also, having a permanent backup, which you don't really have on Twitch anymore. Yeah, the ads have gotten out of control. I totally agree. You know me, I don't run any ads willingly. I never run ads. Any ads you get are not my fault. They're not from me. Any ads you get are not my decision. Figured out that nobody was running ads, so they're trying to control it and force it pretty much. Max is a good example. Max like never runs ads. Obviously he's rich, he doesn't need to, but he doesn't run ads for that reason. It's actually pretty detrimental to a big stream to run ads because people will leave. can't stand ads, that's why I don't run them. I can't stand ads. I know how disruptive they are. But now they're forcing them on streamers because nobody was running them. They pay us dirt for them. And they disrupt. They're too disruptive. No. I don't know. That's their fault.
待ってたぞ。では今日の予定を聞こうか。
最悪の組み合わせだ。遅い。吠えろ。反
What's up, Power Flood? Hello. Supposedly no longer shadow banned, or whatever it was. Can stream again. How you doing tonight? Got another legendary. Posted in my Discord. I'd like to see it. Couldn't stream on main for a week. Painful.
逃げ場はないわよ。面倒な相手ね。もう終わりにしよう。これは希望を守る。一撃。
ここまでたぎらせるとはな。おいおい、まさかこの程度か。
これが代償だよ。お姉さんが負けるわけないでしょ。
Yeah, we can still do calls and stuff. Still do calls and stuff. It's just, I wanted to see if I could even stream again at all. Because I couldn't. Shadow banned. Might as well be shadow banned, actually. It's like I didn't do anything wrong, but the connection was just terrible. I couldn't really do much with the channel. That's alright, I wasn't doing anything groundbreaking. Been pretty boring around here since Kazan. Kazan was the last exciting thing to happen. There's no Lost Soul Aside this month.
だな。かな。とまた命知らずが現れた。まったく弱すぎだ。とさま食らうがいい。そりゃかな。そりゃそれよし、貴様に終焉の時を告げよう。くらえ尻物子さん。くらえうせろ。くらえいくら来ようが無意味だ。いけ、無にキスがいい。
And we're back on this game because they stopped doing dead patches. Well, it was dead patches, and also they killed the partner program, which was how I stayed competitive in this game. That's no longer a thing. Everybody got axed from that. Also, this game stopped working on Steam Deck. I can't log into my account anymore. And even before that, the performance got like way worse when they updated like a couple months ago. That was kind of part of the reason why I stopped too. Since, like I said before, it's not officially supported, it's probably never going to be fixed. I have to see if I can maybe fix it myself. I'm also kind of tired of the character designs in this game just being gooner bait. Who's the last male character? I actually don't remember who the last male character was. I think, let's see here. Who was the last guy in this game? I actually think it was him. And he's such a fun character to play as. And these two are last male characters. Tyr and Mengjiang. This guy cool too, he's been shelved. Yeah, there hasn't been a male character in like a year. Not one. Gotta wonder how many copies he sold. He's not a twink. He's old. He looks cool. But he's not gooner bait. He probably sold like 3 copies. Hopefully the God Eater collab has at least like 1 male character. It's definitely worse than PGR. There are no dudes in this game at all. There's none in the pipeline either. On the CN version, which is ahead of us. There's none. Wasteland.
説を
So
探
you're
していた
working
のか
on getting her.
はい
It's the coolest character they've added so far. Music in this game is so good. It's done by the same people who do the PGR soundtrack.
力がみなぎる花のように散る天使この子で守るバットこの程度か逃げてダメよいざ参らんスイムナビ参る隊長ブゼンボちゃん今よよ暁なぎよし拙者なりに最善を尽くせたな桜霧抜刀参る明鏡力がみなぎる花のように散れ終わりだ行ってみろ桜木バットスイムナビ参る隊長ブゼンボちゃん今よ暁なぎいざ参らんくそ受けよよし拙者なりに最善を尽くせたな桜霧抜刀参る明鏡力がみなぎる天使身をほど知らせ桜霧バットどうだかたじけない一応番感謝打ち倒すよし拙者なりに最善を尽くせたなよらば切る 総流の力がこの程度か。花のように強く。そこでいやどうだ無駄なことを。そこで桜でバットはっどうかたじけない。感謝バット受けてみろ。無駄なことを。感謝力がみなぎる。この程度か。桜でバット感謝バット終わりだ。
終わりだ。Indeed. Was indeed the end. 終わりだ。
よし、拙者なりに最善を尽くせたな。 桜切り抜刀参る。大事なものをこの手で守る。無情の風この程度か。かたじけない終わりだ。いざ外乱。よし、拙者なりに最善を尽くせたな。
俺
Garbage pulls. Garbage pulls. Got absolutely nothing.
準備はいつでもバッチリです。何でも言って。準備はいつでもバッチリです。何でも言って。体が軽くなった気がする。よーし、早速子供たちに新技を披露してくるよ。体が軽くなった気がする。よーし、早速子供たちに憎しみに怒りに狂気、その全てが私に語りかけてくる。 つでもバッチリです。何でも言って。
Her moveset is legit fun. Really enjoy it. This game is only going to appeal to gooners. Try to appeal to gooners, then I'd rather they do it this way. Have more martial artists. The chick with the tonfas is really fun too. As optimized as I can get right now. Wait until later in the week. Because I stopped playing for so long. It took like a 2-month break. Let's see here. DPS Kali. DPS Kali instead of support. Moveset's too good to be stuck in the background. No, I wouldn't entirely say that. It's the battle design in that game too, the battle system. The way hit stun works in that game is really jank. Even if the enemies did stagger more, wouldn't entirely make him I still think he's one of the worst martial artists in the series. It's not entirely. Can't blame it all on the way that the hit stun works. It's a big part of it, yeah, but not the entire picture. Yeah, even on the trash mobs in that game, the hit stun is like not consistent. So can't entirely say that he's a good martial artist. He's still cursed being in the wrong game. I mean, he is fun to play with the animation cancel mod. That's also the other thing that holds him back. Being stuck in animations in that game is kind of a death sentence. He has a lot of long animations. You have to play that game like an MMO. What's the fastest animation that does damage? And you kind of can't do that with him because a lot of his stuff takes a long time to come out. You know, isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just when things don't stagger. Kind of gives you a little bit. Let's see here. I'm trying to get her functor. Basically means weapon. I'm trying to get that. I'm having horrible luck though. She's not going to be fully online until Saturday, so a couple more days. No, Law, I never did a tier list for that game, but Law, with the animation cancel mod, would go up a lot. Because it's less about the fact that he doesn't stagger stuff, it's more that, because they don't stagger, he's a sitting duck, like doesn't function. A lot of his damaging moves lock you in place for like multiple seconds at a time, fighting stuff that doesn't react. The animation cancel mod, which doesn't make it a combo game, but it makes it a lot better. The other characters that aren't alpha are more viable in that game. More viable with the animation cancel mod. Never for some reason played that game again. I don't know, somebody donated like 10 grand to get me to play that. I would make sure that it was with the condition, the animation cancel mod, because it does make the game a lot better.
やっぱり
It makes it feel a
あ
little
な
bit
た
more
がい
like
つも
Relink,
正しいみたいで
which
す
also isn't like a combo heavy game. But you know, the character is more responsive. That's kind of how Arise with that mod feels. It just should have been like that in the first
各
place.
に
It
バ
makes you
ッ
question
チリ
if
打
they
ち合わ
like
せ通り頼
played
み
their
ます
own game.
一
That's
応
what
無
makes
駄なあがきよ
Falcon so overpowered.
すっごい講師到来で感謝します
Like the main thing,
絡め取ります状況を理
stun the
解してい
enemy
ない
and
よう
like
です
do half the health in like
感動に感謝
a couple seconds.
あるべしバッチリ期待に応
The
え
game
て
doesn't
みせ
really
ま
allow
す
you to. The animation cancel's
これ
the
で
game actually is relatively fun. It still doesn't feel like
絡め取ります狙いなさい
it's a more functional
ほら
game.
ほら
Yeah, Law without that mod is definitely
ほらほらレクイエム極光はゴーラ旅行はメイドさあお眠りなさい
why it's cool that he was in Race. He had a pretty fun moveset.
バッチリ期待に応
Raised
え
was
てみ
his
せ
stuff.
ます
It was really fun to play. All the Arise
落
characters
ち着いてまいり
play
なさい
Race. Get stuff right.
絡め取り
Better
好きだら
well
け
made,
ね
better made than the game they're from.
作戦成
It's kind of
功
questionable
バ
game
ッチリ
design.
計画
But
通
hey,
りでしたね
they got the combat they deserved in that game.
作戦開始皆さん落ち着いてきっちり決めちゃいましょう
無駄なあがきよ
残念でしたバッチリ期待に応えてみせますほらほら絡め取ります
オモピースの秩序怪我させはしない
絡め取ります落ち着いてまいりましょう
そこ食らいなさいはあ
絡め取ります
火を持って火を救う私にしかできない芸当ね
さっさと退場してください
状況を理解していないようです
すみませんがっつり容赦なくいきますバッチリ期待に応えてみせますいきますね
遅い
やっぱりあなたはいつも正しいみたいです
It's really weird Tetris. It's like not Tetris, but it also is. Hey, I gotta do it for the martial artists. I actually used to be pretty good at Tetris. Tetris DS, I played a lot. Tengen Tetris as well. Yeah, I'm not too bad at Tetris. This is really strange, like static Tetris though. Not the real deal. I gotta try to get her weapon. These games have legit fun mini games, but they don't make them permanent. They get rid of them. It's very strange. It's one of the biggest complaints about Genshin. Sometimes they have like they had a really good Zuma clone in this a couple months ago. I'm like, why can't you make this permanent? It's like actually fun. And the rewards are worthwhile as well. So even if you're, I like puzzle games. There haven't really been many puzzle games I've liked, but I did grow up playing a lot of stuff like this. They actually are legit fun. The puzzle game designers of this game, they understand the assignment. PGR, on the other hand, which I'm about to switch to, some of those mini games are ass. Like, not at all fun. This rate. Getting screwed over pretty hard here. Not gonna welcome me back warmly, is it? Mad at me for quitting. No, I didn't quit, I just took a break. Circumstances. Getting removed from the partner program because they changed the publisher, and then the Steam Deck performance for this got like way worse for some reason. That's why I stopped. But I knew that I was going to come back with martial artist. She's been on the CN version for a while. Yeah, I don't really have the funds to be competitive on this game. I really don't right now. Very close to another copy. Let's see, how much more stam do I have? More. 1,510. Alright, well that's easy. I gotta get all these anyway. the animation's pretty cool.
おやおや、このカーリー姉が恋しかったかな。大丈夫、これからたくさん面倒を見てあげるからさ。
Another copy, resets. You get one for free. You get 5 copies for free. So you have to log in for a week and then burn a bunch of stamina, which is going to be hard with how I left in my account, but make it happen. Getting real shit in luck though. I'm not getting anything from the polls, like, at all. 34 of 70. Probably do it. It's not limited. This game doesn't have limited weapon banners. It's always permanent. The way it works is characters are in factions. You choose a weapon for a faction and then you turn it into one you want. Like she's Asterism.
限界を超えるってさ、そう簡単にできることじゃないじゃん。だからこそアドミンちゃんがいてよかったって思ってるよ。
for today. We can't really finish until Saturday. Let's go on punishing Gotham Racing a bit. And then we'll probably go back to roguelikes. That sounds good. Alright. The other Gazer is a good game. It's just, I don't know if doing like 2 dead patches in a row was a good idea. They did like 2 dead patches in a row and the earnings have gone down a lot. It's very similar to what happens when you're like you're streaming for a living and you stop for like a month. Your subscribers, or on here it's called members, like drops off a cliff. That's pretty much how that game's been. They had like 2 patches with no new characters, which is really weird. So they've fallen farther behind the native version, and then like people weren't spending money because there wasn't anything to spend on. I think what makes it worse is the game is actually very generous with currency, like, and it's not time consuming, so people probably just saved up and got the character and didn't spend anything. I don't know why they took such a long break. I guess it was because of the publisher change, because that's why the partner program got canned. It wasn't anything I or anyone else did in particular. It's just I guess the new publisher doesn't want to do that anymore. But that was definitely a big part of why I stopped playing. And it wasn't the only reason. It was also multiple dead patches in a row. It kind of made it uninteresting to play. The PSO2 drip feed doesn't really work for gacha games. Let's see here. Okay, I gotta restock on these. Thousands. On Twitch, taking a break was like extremely hard because your subscribers drop a lot. Usually they get a pretty big spike when they come back, but yeah, that's kind of how Aether Gazer's been for the past like 2 months. The equivalent of like going on break for 2 months and like your revenue, if you were making a living, goes completely just disappears. I think they really should have had some kind of something going on. But the fact that the game is so generous kind of really makes it worse in a way, because that just gives people less of a reason to spend money. In a more predatory game, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. You have a dead patch, you're not going to get too many free currencies, right? But in that game, you can pretty much just guarantee the next character. We'll add that to the lineup, but it's going to have to be a home stream game. Can't stream it over there. Off limits. Well, I can't even log into the game right now. I'm completely locked out. Shadowbanned from YouTube and then Aether Gazer. Shadowbanned on Steam Deck or Aether Gazer because the login button doesn't work. You can't even log into the account. And obviously the YouTube channel is on hiatus.
Teamwork ですか？命令により暗闇を払いに参ります。
参ります。
秩序再建、無知の幕を下ろせ。共鳴のスルネ、敵の隙を作ります。冷静に無駄です。さあ、終焉の光を与えましょう。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。剣の調べは連盟、法縁は設置弁と眉の金箔、乱流と解く、轟音に散れ。残響に乗せて全て滅びなさい。秩序再建、無知の幕を下ろせ。暗闇を強敵の強く決意の刃で暗闇を切り裂く。さあ、終焉の光を与えましょう。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。法縁は戦慄にキス、四面眉の金箔、乱流と解く、轟音に散れ。秩序再建、無知の幕を下ろせ。暗闇を共鳴のスルネ、崩壊した大地、決意の刃で暗闇を切り裂く。平静、さあ、終焉の光を与えましょう。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。強戦は霊獣す強化を踏み砕く。残響に乗せて全て滅びなさい。法縁は戦慄に四面楚歌、眉の金箔、乱流と解く、轟音に散れ。復調しなくちゃ。秩序再建、無知の幕を下ろせ。屈強敵の隙を作ります。崩壊した大地、決意の刃で暗闇を切り裂く。平静、さあ、終焉の光を与えましょう。埋葬します。悪夢の終わりをここに宣告します。平静、無強戦は強化を踏み砕く。残響に乗せて全て滅びなさい。法縁は戦慄にキス、 ね、秩序再建、無知の幕を下ろせ。暗闇を着て共鳴がするね。
Yeah, the mini games
暗闇が広がる限り
a lot worse than
私たちは進み続けます。
Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes they're fun. Sometimes they have some really nice puzzle games in this, and then other times they're just very unfun. This is kind of a dead patch. Kind of a dead patch for now, because it ends in a few days. I'll probably be on Aether Gazer more next couple days. So next patch. I'll do the rest of this later. How about the savings? How's the bank going? How much money I got in the bank? Enough for 2 copies. 2 copies of Ishmael. It's 30k. So as long as I don't spend. Guaranteed SS3. Might have to cut to the reserves for weapon. We'll see what happens. It's next week. 13th. Next patch. Well, all done on here for now. Already pretty much did all the content this patch. A lot of there's some crap mini games, but did everything else. Alright. Let's go back to roguelikes. Alright, so Magic Runestone got cleared, so that game is ready for an overview. Let's play Savara for a little bit, because I haven't cleared that game yet. It's not review key homework, so there's no rush, but I want to do it anyway. So let's play that for a bit, see if I can get it clear, figure out what the broken builds are. Some Monster Hunter Souls-like, Monster Hunter roguelike. It's not Souls-like. It actually is not. It's more of a Monster Hunter type game. You break a monster part, you get 100% stamina. That sounds pretty good. Yeah. I'm gonna hold off on spending.
The main attraction.
It deserved that!
ground, big guy.
Whoa! Nice one!
Ow! Divine intervention. That's solid. It'll pass. A weakness. Piece of cake. Watch out for spores. You'll be sorry. A weakness.
Because the hitbox on that. Get hit by that so much. This game has some questionable hitboxes. You're like way over on the side and you still get hit. It's like the enemies have move-so hitboxes, but you don't. Probably just need to get good though. So maybe some of it is a skill issue. I'm not sure if all of it is though. It does feel like a dodge. This game kind of just Yeah, their hitboxes are pretty generous. Yours are realistic. So get used to it, I guess. It's also your dodge has too much recovery. I feel like they should make the dodge quicker. Sometimes the dodging doesn't really help you that much because you get punished out of recovery.
Another obstacle. Boom! On the ground, big guy.
Attack is that? he looks like he's going forward and he just kind of falls over. Yeah, I definitely would like if this game had more of a Hades style dash where you move a lot quicker and there's less recovery. It takes a long time to get back into you know, out of the recovery. I'm sure some of that is a skill issue, but
Even more
there
powerful.
was a complaint in the demo. So, I don't think it's entirely my fault. I'll definitely take most of the blame, but I just feel like sometimes you can't dodge. Not having stamina to dodge is not really an issue, but swap attacks and stuff you can't cancel out of. I think they should make the game a little bit looser if damage is going to be this high. Give me something that makes the recovery shorter. Feels like what the game needs. I don't know. I feel like dodges being on long cooldowns has kind of ruined a lot of games, in my opinion. I think the way it works in PGR is like the best compromise. Like, you can spam it, but you run out. I think giving you one dodge with that much recovery doesn't feel good. I think that's going to do it for me tonight. I don't really have anything else planned. I'll get the clear on Savara. I do like the game, but I think the Monster Hunter dodge having that much recovery kind of doesn't work. Especially with like the enemy hitboxes as they are. But it's a cool game. It's doing something different. The way that the upgrades work is pretty much copied directly from Hades, but the way that the combat works is very original. You've had we've had some pretty interesting roguelikes recently. You had Keyboard, which is like Batman Arkham. It's like a Batman Arkham roguelike, which nobody's done before, and then Savara is a little bit jank, and I'm not sure how long I would stick with playing it, but it's an interesting idea. It definitely is not a Souls-like. The stamina is kind of a non-issue. They should just make it so that when you switch cancel, you can dodge out of it. There's still some like animations you can't cancel out of, which feels really bad. But yeah, that game is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll stick with it. Actually, how about this? I'm gonna go ahead and go on the Discord. Powerflight, you want to hang out in the Discord for a bit? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do that and chill out the rest of the day. Maybe I'll play some No Rest for the Wicked in there in private. If any of you are up for a call, I can go ahead and hop in there. It'll be less time than yesterday, but for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and hop in there, see if I can fix my No Rest for the Wicked file. So I'll see you guys in there. Good night.